Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, your kids. Hello, Luna. Hello, Madman. Hello, Serve. Hello, Mad. Hello, DVD. Hello, Amy. Hello, John. Wait, what does this crown next to your name mean? It says top fans. Number 2, John, with 25 XP. I don't know what that is, but it's a good thing, man. Hey, what's up, guys? By the way, new Zarya guide on the second channel. Zarya guide on the second channel. Oh, sorry, not the second channel. On the main channel. Go check it out. Go drop a like. Uh, drop a like. Comment. Help with the algorithm. Watch AFK if you want to. No, I'm kidding. Don't watch AFK. Actually, watch a thing so you can learn how to play Zarya. So then you can dominate your games, guys. A favor. Bum 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 bum. Drop a like, drop a comment, help a lot. Thank you. Top Action Jackson. How has your day been? It's been alright. Have you watched a new Apply video about you? Yeah, but we reacted on it already live on stream. We already reacted on it live on stream, dude. How do I stop autopiloting in comp? You think about 1 or 2 things that you want to work on. I don't like when you put this is boring because I don't find the videos boring at all. Yeah, it isn't really boring. But, maybe I'll switch it out. We'll see. Did Kran end up taking you on the offer to play together? No, I showed up in the stream and said I want to play it. He didn't respond, so I just left. Waiting to rank the GM video, not anytime soon. Are you gonna upload your reaction as a video too? Maybe on the second channel. Maybe on the second channel. Do you know if Apply saw your reaction? No idea, man. What's up, Last? Hello, Lord Lizard. Did you watch the creator tournament that wasn't the first? No. Is it true that DPS is the weakest role? Don't know. What do you have cooking in the air fryer today? Nothing today. Nothing today. War still continues? No, there's a ceasefire, so there's no war at the moment. Great. I can stream, no sirens, no bombs. I'm alright. Can you get a VOD review? What do you mean, can you get a VOD review? Can you get a VOD review? Is that what you're asking? What's up, Bar? How you doing, bro? Okay, let me think. We already had somebody lined up. Can I get one? So, I randomly choose for people who are my subscribers on Twitch and YouTube members for these sessions. If you'd like to receive coaching, it's rankupacademy.gg. Check us out. Look at our testimonials and what we have to offer. If you're interested in ranking up, you're more than welcome. What country do you live? I live in Israel. I dropped the skincare. Water on my face, bro. Do you life coach everyone in your Rank Up Academy? Me personally, I can't life coach hundreds of people. I have a phenomenal team that is doing a phenomenal job. Hello, Ninju. Why don't you do an ranked GM fair? I think it will be hard without a duo. I wouldn't say it would be hard. It would just take a decent amount of time, which is why. If it's fast, I could do them. Could do them. Last time I checked, they were very, very slow to make. Had like to play 100 games. Then no, thank you. Are you the best coach in Overwatch? I think so, but it's not for me to determine, right? I let my results speak for themselves. I let the results speak for themselves. So it doesn't really matter what I think. It's about what other people think. Hey, Visa. Love from the United States. Welcome from the United States, man. Good to have you here. Quick Moira tips. I think I have an unranked gem on Moira, which I do give a decent amount of tips there. Check it out, man. Have you seen the new Apply Overwatch video? Yeah, the Apply Overwatch video that he has is something that we already reacted to on stream. Not the video itself, but like him criticizing me on stream, and I just kind of went over it. So in short, 90% of the things we probably agree on, me and Apply. But the other 10% he's just wrong. So, did you watch the Ilya versus Chols fight? Yeah, I watch highlights of it. Do you think Overwatch tips are similar enough to Marvel Rivals? Yes. Do you like Stadia mode? I have not played it. I play Overwatch 2. Will we be learning today? Good question. Is there a hero you feel can carry any game? Every hero in Overwatch, besides Life of Mercy, can carry it. Any game wouldn't be how I would say. I don't think any game, not absolutely every game, but most games, yeah. Most heroes can carry most games. Where is Port 2 with Shield? We stopped working with Shield because he had some real life responsibilities. I don't want to share about his personal life, so I'm not gonna say what he was. I knew what it was, and he couldn't commit to the game. I think that if the series with Shield continued, he for sure would have hit Grandmaster. You don't think Mercy can carry at all? She can. It's just not consistent. Is it better to patient with Lucius amp when available until the enemy team makes a play, or should I try to create it? Better to pay. Well, it depends, man. If you think your play will win the fight, you can do it. But if you think most of the time winning games is more about capitalizing on the enemy's mistakes rather than creating like trying to force play. What's wrong with Mercy? Spectator hero for the most part, no damage. Did he see that Gaming for Hope has forgotten all of your coaching? No, I didn't see that, but I don't think he did. He's been telling me that he's been doing pretty good the game. I'm a cry. I average 9+ deaths per 10 today. Actually, be washed. Yeah, that happens. What do you think has the highest raw carry potential? Probably Tracer. What did a Torb on rank to GM? Is that columns? Dude, what is that? My AC. Whoops. Whoops. All right. We can actually start. Let's start with the live coaching. We have our guy right here. Let me tag him. Did you call him switch to YouTube? I think he did. What are core things that should aim to improve at a tank player? Man, I just before going into the stream, I uploaded a tank video, a Zarya video. Go check it out. Miss Arrows and go to Prime. Appreciate it.
Awkward is pathetic.
What's up, Madman?
Just because he
Hello.
goes to the gym,
How you
he's the
doing?
best human on earth.
Doing good. How about you?
Great. So you're gonna be playing Ilari for us today. You said you're a Diamond 1 to Master 5. Am I correct?
Yes, that's right.
Fantastic. Ready to play?
Yeah.
You wanna do live coaching? I mean, I usually do between VOD reviews and live coaching. There's nothing wrong with VOD review, but I think for the audience, like live coaching is more exciting. You know. You can stream the game.
All right.
Okay. So
Good to queue?
Yeah. While you're in queue, yeah, just queue. It's a pretty long queue.
Yeah.
While you're in queue, can I see your stats?
You know, I'm not super familiar with the new UI.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, here, you're fine. How many hours? Game played 16. 3 hours usually is not a good indicator determining, but it kind of does say something. Can you scroll down a bit?
I used to play the game a lot more. I'm getting back into it.
Can I see your, let's say, your previous season, whatever season you played a decent amount?
I
More
think
than
it's
3
been
hours?
filtered out now because it was Overwatch 1. I had a ton of hours
okay.
peaked GM ages ago.
Okay. I mean, what do you think about your stats?
I think I die way too much,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of colors the rest of my impact because if I'm spending a lot of time dead, I can't really contribute.
Yeah, I think your stats for the most part are pretty good. I mean, there's no like wow that is exceptionally bad or something like that. Six deaths is a little bit too much, but I wouldn't say that it's like crossing a line or it's like getting ridiculous. You know, if it was 6.5 now, I would tell you, yeah, that's a little bit too much. But six is the upper limit of where you want to be.
I think I kind of swing between games where I'll be doing fine and I'll end on like 2 deaths, and then another game where I'll go like 10, 12, 15 deaths and just be dying at a spawn.
Well, what do you think that happens?
It happens a lot when I'm playing against really aggressive comps and I have like a Winston Genji Tracer or whatever, and I don't think I respect their dive enough, and then they kind of just swarm on me, go past my team, and murder me.
Fair enough. Yeah, against dive, it's like support the biggest nightmare, but there are ways to not die as much. But what do you think is the issue with your game? If you had to if you had a personal observations, like, Madman, what is wrong with me in the game? Okay, if I had to point something out, what would it be? Just 2 things or 1 thing.
Probably impact. I think too much just tank poking and probably not enough like meaningful damage.
Okay. So a lot of your damage, you have 6 point something K damage. I forgot the number, 6.1, 6.3. So it's pretty good damage. 6.1 is pretty good damage overall. So you're saying that a lot of it is just the tank?
Yeah, I don't tend to secure picks much. It's just kind of poke.
Okay. And what do you think? What do you think that is?
I think part of it is just an Alari thing because of the delay between shots. It can be easy for people to get out, but I also don't think I recognize the right targets fast enough. So the people who can be finished off, I either won't shoot them in time or I'll miss the follow up. And when you mix in the delay to that, that's enough time for them to get out.
Okay. What would you say your mechanics? Good, bad, average? Do you think you're?
I'd say average.
Okay. Do you think you're better than most low masters players? You're worse than most master players, just in line.
Probably worse, I think.
Okay. No, don't have any more questions. Just, the reason why I asked this question is just just to get to know you. I'll be transparent. I say this all the time. When I ask people what is the problem with their game, most of the time they're wrong. Whether you're correct or incorrect doesn't really matter. Because essentially my job is to tell you what the problem is and how to fix it. But I'll just say this for you and the audience out there. So most people are absolutely wrong about what they think the issue is, or they might be correct, but they're using like vague terms that it's very difficult to be wrong. So they'll say something along the lines of, "Yeah, my problem is positioning." Well, could have you not been more general?
Right.
Do people ban Ilari or not so much?
I've only seen her banned like once ever. I don't think she's a super high priority ban.
Interesting.
But I also don't use my bans for much either. I tend to just take out the characters I don't like playing against.
Fair point. Yeah, I would ban these as well. I would probably ban Tracer instead of Doom just because of the damage buff, but you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I've been alternating on that. I keep getting Tracers, so.
Alright. Pretty good bans. So, first fight, I'm going to be quiet. Why? Because I just want to observe how you play, pretending like I'm not here. Now, of course, I am
Alright.
here, and you're probably like, most people are nervous. If you are, if you aren't, doesn't really matter. You play regularly, pretend like I'm not here. I'm gonna observe the first fight. I'm gonna chime in and try to help you out with whatever you need.
Should I leave the voice channel or just stay?
You can do whatever you want. I mean, most of the time, it's better to leave when you do coaching because so it wouldn't, like, when I talk, they wouldn't talk or something like that. What is that? Crosshair? Ethan, what is that?
Oh, yeah, I haven't changed in a long time, but purple is just really easy to see on pretty much any color.
Yeah,
so I just like something I can always see.
The issue is not with the color, my friend. The issue
I know,
with,
it's
is
big,
with the
right?
size. Huge. Okay, I have a couple questions for you. Number
Yeah.
one, where was your pylon the entire fight?
It was starting in the side room, and then I didn't want to put it down when I was getting pushed because I thought they would just immediately blow it up. So
Yeah,
I was
but-
trying to get an angle.
Yeah, but you had the entire time to put a pylon anywhere. Even just one heal before it exploding would have been better than no heals. That's the first thing. The second thing,
Good
you went
point.
to the window, you shot, right? You realized, okay, there's nobody there. What should have you done automatically?
Looked for another angle.
Exactly. Should have walked back. Nice. Good, like the damage.
Oh no.
That's okay. Good charge. His name is Tanktiff as well. Try to create an off angle here from the right, maybe, with your Bastion ulti. If you know he's ulting, what does it mean for the enemies?
They're gonna have to step back.
Exactly, they're gonna run like headless chickens, right? It would be your cue to capitalize on it. Because if they look at you, they'll be attacked from the sky. Nice heals, really good heals. It's okay. You saved your life, but at what cost? At Bastion's cost.
Bastion's
But
life.
it's fine. It's better to save yourself than somebody else. Pretty good fight. I think you should have been on the off angle way earlier. I think you should generally take off angles way more early. And also, when you take off angles, it's better to save pylon for yourself instead of your teammates. Just way better. Well, what's the problem with the pylon there? Yeah, shatter, by the way.
Too easy to swing at. I didn't blow it up early enough.
I really like the ulti. I didn't like the target with the ulti, but I really like the ulti overall.
Yeah, Genji had deflect up. I thought if I shot him, he'd also just
Yeah,
deflect
you
it.
could have just done it next to him, and then he can deflect it. Where's your pylon? Yeah. Create an angle. Go right. All the way right. All the way right. Lean all the way right. All the way. 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 Away from the Reaper. All the way right. Go high ground. Go high ground. He's going to shatter this kid. Nice angle. Put a pylon next to you. Nice. Yeah, so there you were just a little bit too late to take the angle, and you were super stressed out. You were like you are waiting for something to happen all the time. It's like you're standing
Yeah.
still and waiting for something to happen. In the meantime, just shoot, shield, tank, whatever you can find. Find an angle, shoot, because especially when it's from a distance. The Reinhardt will have to close a lot of distance. They have characters. It's gonna be very difficult for them to close so much distance. They are kind of standing in open space, but to be fair, you got shattered, so the fact you stayed alive that long is already a miracle. By the way, I just want to tell you that your healing is very, very good. I just like to see more angles, more damage. And pay attention because they're pretty fast composition with speed and all that stuff. Just make sure that you disengage on time. As soon as you see they're like, oh, looking at you, locking eyes with you. Nice shots, by the way. Nice shots, man. Where's your pylon? Right? Don't be afraid. Take the angle. Take the angle. I like how you're spacing out your shots. Most people rush them. It's really good. Reaper's gonna ulti. From behind you. He's on the high ground behind you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was so obvious.
He's trying to
yeah,
come up there.
yeah. It was kind of obvious that he was gonna do that. You had the right idea in mind. I think you just did a little bit too late. So like, it's really funny about Ilari's ulti because Ilari's ulti is not only used to do big damage, but also to get you out of like very difficult situations. So when you have your ulti, you can kind of get away with playing a little bit more aggressive because you know that like, oh, he dashes, cool. I just click my Q. Pressure in the meantime. Might shatter. I like the pylon, really good pylon. Where's your cover? If I don't tell you where's your cover, what do you think is the likelihood of you probably dying there?
Pretty high. If they just decide to gut on me as a target.
Mm-hmm. Very winnable. Nice. Very winnable. He has nothing. He's gonna charge desperately. Very winnable. Why did they just watch? Why did that Moira walk into a Reinhardt? Again, Madman, I would like to see overall more angles, more damage. Okay. This fight,
Right.
I'd like you to shoot, bait their coolings, then pop your ulti. I don't care if it's just one kill or just somebody like, you know, forcing somebody to dash. Don't care.
Where
Man,
are
my
they?
tank doesn't even stop his pin. Thank you, dude.
You got confused there. Did you notice? Started
Yeah, I
spinning around.
couldn't
You almost
find a
died.
single person.
If you can find a single person, always kind of walk back, space yourself, so you can have more field of view. The strategy when you
I
can't
didn't
see
think
anything.
to point to it, but yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Okay. You can use your ulti here. Nice. Good. Nice. Nice. I was about to ask, where's your pylon? Good healing. Nice. Good job. Pretty good. Overall, pretty good fight. I'm happy with that fight. I think that you let them get a little bit too close to you, and you're finding yourself in open spaces. Go take all the way left. Take all the way left. It's
Yeah.
gonna be risky. Okay, you can't use your shift for that. Because now, if it pins into you, you have a problem. Where's your pylon? Yeah. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Why do you think... Wait, why do you think I told you to get out?
Because Genji was going on me and Ryan could also charge me from there.
Yeah. Oh! I like the idea with the pylon. Apply pressure. Oh my. That's a really like... The Reinhardts are brawling it out. Aggressive ankle, damage for the fight. Go up, go up, go up. Let somebody else push, you do damage for the fight. Don't let them walk in for free. No. Main, just go main,
No,
just go
there's
main,
no
just go
angle
main.
there.
No, just go main. Don't need to make it more complicated than it is. They're in spawn. But now it's too late. Now it's because you were indecisive. You see? You were indecisive, and now they pushed, and now you have a problem.
Nah.
Why did you want to go from the right side room?
I just didn't want to be main, basically.
Why?
Figured all my shots would just kind of be blocked there.
But they're in spawn.
I wouldn't... Yeah.
So there wouldn't be an issue with that. And also, like, if you see... And also, going down main means you can see them way earlier. And if you see them way earlier... Well, you just click shift. But you don't have to click shift, you can just walk back. Alright, what do you think about the game?
I think I choked a lot, probably.
When you say that, what does it mean in practice? Choked a lot. What does it look like to you?
Too aggressive when it's not safe, and not recognizing the windows when it's actually safe to be aggressive.
Most of the time, it's not going to be safe to be aggressive. Most of the time. But yeah, go ahead.
Did I just re-queue, or?
No, I'm just saying what outside of that, you say you're choking. You say like I'm aggressive, not like when it's not the time to be aggressive, and when it's. But how is what else would you say that you're choking? What does it mean to you in practice?
Especially during pretty hectic fights, how I get kind of turned around and I can't pick a target. It means I'm effectively not really there because I'm not damaging or healing. I'm just kind of spinning, and then the fight kind of ends. And then I realize, but by then the fight's already over and I just get rolled.
Okay, that happens sometimes, and the reason for that is for two reasons. Number one is because you initially don't take any angle, and you play super defensive. You hide behind like a bus, behind a wall, and then you can't see the enemies, so you can know where they're coming from and where they're going to. And also that happens when people just kind of dive around you, and you saw like there's a Rhino on the left side, there's a Genji on the right side, and you don't decide where you want to go. You have to.
Right.
So in Overwatch, you need to make a decision. Whether it's the wrong decision is not a big deal because you can after you make the decision, you can say, okay, that was the wrong decision. In the future, I will do the other decision. A lot of players don't make a decision and they can't learn anything. The worst thing is to make no decision. What do I want to do? Left or right? One of them is probably better than the other. The worst option is to kind of like like that in between. And a lot of time that happens when you have somebody behind you, somebody in front of you. You don't know. Do I go to the guy from behind or do I go to the guy in the front? But the problem is that you don't make an active decision of where to go, and then you're stuck in between, and then you're not helpful to both.
In those situations where you're kind of surrounded, where do you normally pick to go? Is it more a question of don't end up in that situation to begin with, or is it like pick the lowest threat person and run toward that direction and fight them?
Yes. That would be a better decision to make. Okay, where am I least likely to die? Or where am I more likely to kill? Because you could be not very likely to die in both places. But the question is, I have a 600 HP runner behind me. He cannot swing on me because he's too far away, but I can shoot him. Or there's like a Moira half HP pretty close by. Both are fairly low threats, but one of them is way more killable than the other, so the option is way better. But you're not faced with those type of decisions. The decision, like when everyone is full HP and they set up and they dive or Reaper TPs or Genji dashes or Reiner pins, you just kind of curl up in a corner and you don't make a decision. I want to chase the Reinhardt. Do I want to push the Genji? Do I want to take an angle here? You just don't make a decision. And it's very important for you to make a decision. It could be the wrong one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because at least you can learn from it.
Right.
And the indecisiveness also comes indecisiveness is something that is fundamentally should pay attention to because it happens not only in that situation. It's like before the fight, do I go there? Do I go here? You know, like, should I walk back? Should I go here? It's like the first pylon that I asked you, why did you not place your pylon? Like, I thought it was gonna get burned in a second or something, right? But then you had your pylon in the middle of nowhere. So it's like, okay, you either place bad pylon or don't place a pylon at all. But you in your head are thinking where would be a good pylon to place, and then you place nothing. So you're stuck in this indecision.
Sounds about right, yeah.
So in short, that the first thing is, I know it sounds very kind of general, but it's something that you have to mentally convince yourself every time to make a decision, even if it's the wrong one. It's like right or left. I don't care. Let me just go right or left. Fuck, I died. Made bad decision. Made bad decision. Okay, what was bad about it? Boom, boom, boom. ABC. That's why, right? No decision. Why was my not decision wrong? I couldn't tell you. You know, couldn't tell you. No one can tell you. So that's kind of like the general thing. In practice, there are two things. Number one, how many times did I ask, where's the pylon?
Like 4 times?
Yeah. And yeah, 4 times. And I think that if I wasn't here, it probably would be kind of more. Right?
Yeah.
Because I had to remind you, kind of remember to do that. A lot of time you don't place your pylon at all, which is a pretty big part of your kit. It's probably one of the best abilities you have, like probably one of the best support abilities in the game. Now it sounds crazy to say, but it's really, really good. So the first thing was to pay attention that you're actually placing your pylons. You're placing your pylons at places that it's very difficult to reach. So like, for example, when you placed it in the choke, you placed it in an angle that Reinhardt can swing on it. If you just place it a little bit higher, Reinhardt cannot swing on it. There was a time that Reinhardt just destroyed your pylon because it was next to it. Now, because you put it on a wall. But the question is, like, if you know they have a Reinhardt, why put it in the swing range, right? I know it seems very basic,
Right.
but no pylon, it kind of messes up a lot of your hero. And the second thing, in general, you do damage, and sometimes that damage is good, but a lot of times the damage is inconsistent, doesn't really lead up to a kill. You were pretty correct. You were pretty spot on with that one. You do damage, but it doesn't lead anywhere. And the reason why it doesn't lead anywhere, because you don't have any angles. You're either way too close to the enemies and now have to run away so you can't finish a kill. It's like you're forced into a situation where I either don't get, if I don't get a kill in a second, I probably am going to die, so I have to run away, right? Or you simply kind of just like shoot tank. But like, I'd like to see some off angles. Like, how many times do you think in the game you actually went to an off angle, placed the pylon, and started shooting?
Maybe once.
One time. And the other time is that where I told you, go left, do you remember? And then I told you to go back.
Yeah.
That angle, do you know who pushed you? It was, I think...
Genji was
Genji.
walking up, yeah.
Genji, probably Reinhardt would have pushed you, probably Reaper would have pushed you. You want to know, why do you think they pushed you there?
Because I'm just kind of pressuring for free if they don't.
Exactly. It's a very, very strong angle that has to be contested. And when you have a very strong angle, it has to be contested. For the most part, you're going to be isolated there, therefore more killable. You need to rotate out of the way faster than normal. However, you need to take those angles. You need to take those aggressive off angles. You need to take those aggressive flanks. You have to take them, because that's where your damage becomes meaningful. Like, if you shoot and enemies push you, it means I cannot let this guy stay here or I die. If you shoot from somewhere and nobody cares about you, you know that your position is pretty much pointless, which was position number 1. You start off the game. Where do you go? Window. You stand there, you shoot. Was it meaningful damage?
Not really.
Exactly. So everybody ignored you and just fucked over your team. That's how you know.
Where would you? Sorry, if I may.
Yeah.
Where would you like off angle in a position like that? Because the road around to get an angle on people pushing the window is a pretty long path. Would you just commit the time and go that way anyway?
I will answer that question, but I need you to understand something first. What is an off angle?
A spot where you can see the enemy that isn't directly lined up with your team.
Exactly, right? When you started on the window, did you know where the enemies were? Or did you assume that the enemies are going to be there?
Assumed, I guess.
Exactly. So that's the big disparity. You were technically going to an off angle. That's under the assumption that the whole enemy team is going to go right side. But that's an assumption. And it would be fine to start there. But once you realize, okay, I am there, but I don't know, like I saw only a Genji and I can't really kill him. It means like, okay, I can't see anybody. Let me go somewhere else. Where is that somewhere else? Where I can see more enemies. And after I see the enemies, I can determine where it would be a good off angle from here. But in order for you to determine a good off angle, you need to know where the enemies are. If you don't know where the enemies are, you can't know where the good off angle is. The problem is that you start a window, nobody was there, and you're like, let me stay here. No, nobody was there. Let me move to the right side again. Let me see where my team is. They're probably fighting somebody. Let me see from there. I go back to see where the enemies are, and then I can move to the off angle. The thing is that a lot of players don't make the distinction. They think about off angles as the set up positions in the first place. Like a window in New Queen Street would be an off angle. What I'm saying is no, it wouldn't be an off angle. What if the entire enemy team is at the window? It's not an off angle anymore, right?
Right.
Off angles not predetermined positions around the map. They are based on where your team and the enemy team is standing. My team is in position left side, right? The enemy team is in position left side. Therefore, an off angle would be right side. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All of a sudden, if the enemy team was right side and your team was right side, the right side would not be an off angle anymore. So you base your off angle where the enemies are standing and where your team is standing. That's all. But you have to see the enemies in order to do that. And also you have to see your enemies, but it's easier to see your enemies because you have wall hacks on them. So
Okay.
Where I was getting at is that the good position would have been go back main stairs. Okay, this is where the enemy team is. Let me make sure my team is healed up because they took a lot of damage. Let me shoot. They go back. Boom. Now I take an off angle, probably around the bus somewhere. Probably around the bus. Depends on how the fight plays out after.
I see.
But I don't want to like overcomplicate. The first thing I'd like you to work on is this. You want to place your pylon way more often. Don't forget about it. Put it in positions that they really have to look somewhere else if they want to destroy it. So like if a Genji decided to fight you, he'll have to look up. He'll have to turn his crosshair to destroy it. Okay? Down, whatever. Somewhere it's very difficult to get around. Don't overthink it. Just place it, but don't make it super easy accessible. So if you put it around the wall, try to put it a little bit higher than normal. Okay, that's the first thing. And I know it sounds very basic, but you would be surprised how even Grandmaster players don't do that. And number two, generally speaking, try to take way more aggressive off angles with your pylon. They look at you, that's your cue. If they look at you, they recognize this guy stays there. I can't let him stay there or I die. If they look at you, that's your cue. Okay, let me disengage. Disengage could mean go to cover. Disengage could mean use your shift to run away. Depends on how aggressive your position. Disengage could mean literally take 2 steps back. Whatever it may mean. Make sure I don't die in this aggressive position. That's what it means.
Right.
And as an overall kind of slap on the wrist for yourself every time you play, be more decisive. And I know it's very general, but if you think, should I go? Just make a decision. Just kind of like, let me go there. If it's the wrong decision, at least you can learn from it. If it's the right decision, you'll learn from it. If it's no decision, you cannot learn jack shit. Okay?
All right.
Perfect, Madman. That was super productive. Can you send me a follow-up on like on the chat and tell me how things are going for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
All right, well, thank you.
Happy to help, Madman. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too.
By the way, guys, if you're a Twitch subscriber of mine or YouTube member, you can join my public Discord and type in the chat. You know, type in the chat and we can do a live coaching. I think it was fairly productive. And I just want to bear in mind, if you lose in these live coaching sessions, it's not a big deal. Losing or winning here means nothing. The idea is not to win at the live coaching. The idea is to learn from the live coaching. The reason why we do live coaching is because we can recognize the mistakes in real time and how they look like. And also look back at the replay like, oh, okay, that was kind of obvious now that he points it out. It's about learning. Anyone been getting weird no rigs on Zari lately? Yeah, that's in my video, in my YouTube video. It happened to me. Yo, awkward, thank you. Happy to help. How in your screen the game is super smooth, not like us? I think it's regular. I mean, Rank Up Academy are doing live coaching right now. That's not a part of like Rank Up Academy. That's something that I do sometimes on stream. However, join the pugs this weekend. I'll be joining the Overwatch pugs this weekend. Do you do console VODs gods or only PC? I can do console as well. I can do console as well, yeah. Good to catch you live. Awkward, have you thought about making a new Overwatch ranked gym anytime soon? I think they take too long, but somebody said they don't take that long anymore, so I might. If they take long, no. If they don't take long, well, yes. How much for the live coaching? If you'd like to join Rank Up Academy, it will be $75 a month. That is, but what I'm doing here is free for random chosen from my Twitch subs or YouTube members. It's like super random. Can console players do these live coaching? Yes, at remote play. We can also go over a VOD if you don't have time to do the remote play. What character would you end up doing ranked GM if we wanted to do another? I would like to do Winston or Pharah. Is Reaper still good for high elos? Any hero is good for high elos or low elos, unless it's Laughter or Mercy. Can I do the live coaching if you're a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber? It could be chosen by random. Just make sure that you join my Discord and type your rank and what hero you play. Maybe. Did you tracer to GM? Yes, I have it on my YouTube video. By the way, guys, I said there's a new Zarya guide. It's pretty, it's a pretty good Zarya guide. Go drop a like, drop a comment. I will appreciate, boost the algorithm, and just enjoy the video. I mean, this will be super, super educational. It's gonna be a lifesaver. Hey, Awkward, I watched your 3-hour educational video on Tracer and you've awoken me. Happy to help, man. How to deal with Simmers on console. Sometimes you're gonna be dealt a shit hand and you're gonna work with what you have. Is it the bad thing if I play a lot of characters in the role I play? Is in like 5 tanks at this point? Yeah, it's pretty bad, yes. What's your thoughts on Apply saying your vote review is wrong? I happened to see today. I already talked about it. Do you have any advice on the Hulk? Yes. And don't die, do damage. Do you not really enjoy making ranked games late in Overwatch? And since it's and all that, it's not that I don't enjoy it, just take too long. And I don't have that much time. Just like sit and play 12 hours a day. Hey, Awkward, do you think Doomfist is the character you can easily teach? Yes. Have you done Juno to GM? I can't find it? No. What do you think about Venture? Do you see her perks? Didn't see. Are we playing rank today? Not very likely. Just gonna do some coaching here and there. Which chunk do you think has the highest raw carry potential? It's difficult to tell sometimes. I mean, I think that a lot of things have good carry potential. I think that Winston is pretty good, Diva is pretty good, Zora is pretty good. I think mobile ones, super mobile ones with high damage, or just like immobile one with high damage. Hey, Bowman. Doomfist, I think Doomfist would be alright. The problem with Doomfist is that outside of its super punch, it's not that amazing. I bet Mr. Awkward pretty good. What do you get at Chipotle? I don't have Chipotle here. Because my opinion, ranked GMs are foundational. Your foundational content. If not, Overwatch ranked GMs, maybe an idea will be play 3-4 games and done hero. High level enough to be educational. Sean Kim, did you check out my YouTube channel? My most recent videos on not Overwatch? I'll see you at Pugs this weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Pugs and Rank Up Academy this weekend, yes. Let's donate for Doom on Rank to GM. What's Pugs? Pugs pickup games. Where my subs are at? Where are my subs at? I have 180 subs. None of them are here. Or did I message you for a coaching session? If you're interested in the coaching service, rankedupacademy.gg. It's where it's at. What I do here is for YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. I pick by random, and yeah, it's random. It's not like you can sign up or something like that. And ranked GM not that hard. I don't think it's that easy. What is a good second supporter link to complement Zen? Whatever you want, man. There's nothing that complements it. Just play whatever you want. I think that it's, you know, like people overthink the heroes. Like, what should I play? Whatever you want, you know, whatever you enjoy. How about some more top elo Zen? Nothing makes me happier than see you go Rambo. I would love to do more Overwatch games. However, today is not the day. Today I'm just gonna do short coaching session, perhaps like VOD review, perhaps like maybe discuss some educational stuff, maybe like watch something on YouTube that is educational, regardless if there's a video that you'd like me to review. Happily, the apply video we already did. It was not a video back then, which is like a Twitch VOD. We already like went over it. Are you waiting for someone? I'm just waiting for somebody who's interested in getting VOD reviewed, yeah. Or like live coaching. Please answer my question. What's your question? I'm having a really hard time with solo queue since there's always a random player throwing or trolling. Should I play with a whole group to rank up? I'm still stuck in glow. It might just be me. It's you, man. Not people in your games don't throw every single time. Sometimes you have throwers, sometimes you have trollers. They don't happen as frequently as they think they do. And also, every time that you have them on your team, the enemy team also has them, which means you have free wins. So your free wins are canceled out by your losses. If you're gold or literally any rank, it's all you. It's a skill issue. Ask yourself what it could have been no better. My game when I'm tilted is night and day compared to when I'm normal focused. Any advice apart from getting off? Don't be tilted, man. Like, I don't know. What should I do to get a VOD review? You can be either a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber and join my Discord, of course. Do you add weights to your mouse or do you prefer it lighter? Prefer it lighter. I don't have weights on my mouse. I'm not at home the moment. I've resub and would probably join the live VOD. So maybe next week. Hyperthrowing 95, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate it, Prime. Thank you so much, man. Thoughts on Spilo seems to be one of the only ones that actually respects you and doesn't blindly call you toxic. I have no issues with Spilo. I think that Spilo, out of most people in Overwatch, is pretty normal. You know, it's pretty normal, dude. About what he does, I don't watch him enough, so I don't want to criticize people that I generally don't watch enough. But yeah, I mean, I've had pretty positive interactions with Spilo. I think that Spilo and I should collab on something. We should like do a stream together one time. I think it'll be interesting. Maybe like review, maybe like going over some stuff or reviewing stuff, or maybe just have a conversation. I think that the problem in the Overwatch community is that a lot of people, I wouldn't say they don't want to platform me. I think that's not the word, because every time, I don't know if you guys know this. People be talking mad shit, but every time I am featured in a video, that video gets so many views. That video gets so fucking many views. It's insane. SVB did a video on me, 2 videos. I think two of the most viewed videos the SVP has on his YouTube channel are with me, and he made thousands of dollars. You know, thousands of dollars off of these videos. CarQ, I have had a video with CarQ on his second channel, one of the most viewed videos on his second channel. Awkward is a fucking bully. Awkward is this, awkward is that. Every time somebody puts me on stream or puts me on a video, that video gets tons of views. I think that you know, people. So listen, people are afraid
Awkward
that
is
people are not
pathetic.
gonna sub to them if
He
they go on
thinks
stream
just
with me.
because he goes to the gym, he's the best human on earth.
Joji, thank you for the tier 1, man. I really appreciate it. How much are your coaching sessions? Check out rankupacademy.gg, man. It's my coaching service. You don't fit in the Overwatch community. I say this is a compliment. I don't so wait. I don't fit in. Look, I am not going to gas myself up. I consider myself to be a pretty normal dude. I consider myself to be a pretty normal man. I am a white, normal man. I like to play video games. I have hobbies. I like women. You know, like, I am pretty. I try to be very good at what I do. I make a living. You know, pretty normal guy. I don't do anything crazy. I don't do cocaine. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. You know, like, not gay. Yeah, you know. Oh, right. I go to the gym. I forgot. Pretty normal guy. You don't drink even a beer once in a while? I do once in a while, as normal as it gets. Yes, sometimes I'll be like, hey, there's a boxing event today. Boom, inviting my friends over. We have a beer, we laugh, we talk mad shit, you know? We say some stupid stuff that are supposed to be funny. But yeah, that's pretty much all.
Montegra donated $23.51.
Damn.
Guys, let's donate to Doomfist Unranked.
Montegra, I appreciate it. $23.51. Oddly specific. I really appreciate it. If that's what the people want, man, that's what the people want. But for me, like, you know, I get it. I'm a normal person, and therefore I'm a controversial person. However, I take very big pride in my work. You can dislike me as a person. However, I think that I do a pretty good job with the coaching. I helped so many players rank up in this game, and that's something that I you know, people can call me whatever they want. I don't care. But I don't want people to be calling my work to be shit, because that is simply not true. Drake, are you interested in having a VOD review, a live coaching session? Drake Wilson. Yo, stupid Val. Thank you for the 10 months, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
He goes to the gym, he's the best human on earth.
Tracer won 2 weeks ago. Don't want to take anyone else. All right. Stupid Val. Since you're a new subscriber here, are you interested in having a VOD review or live coaching session right now? Hey, Awkward, do you think RE is recommended, even though I learned this simply from your educational video? Listen, if you, I'm not telling anyone to join. I'm just saying that if you join Rank Up Academy, you're very likely to rank up, and you will do it way faster than if you do it by yourself. If you're interested in doing it by yourself and to take longer, for it to take longer, by all means, you can do whatever you want. Please answer. You didn't ask anything, Duke. Awkward, have you played any other shooters besides Overwatch and Rivals? Something like Valorant or Apex? Yes, I played. So, let me tell you something. Since I was a kid, I was playing FPS games. Rafia, thank you. Welcome to being a member on YouTube, man. I appreciate it. So, I started... When I was a kid, I used to play Unreal Tournament 99. My brother used to play that, and I played with him. I was like very, very young. I was like 5, 6 years old. I used to play Unreal Tournament. Then, since 2008, I started playing Counter-Strike 1.6 until about 2014-ish. I used to play Counter-Strike on and off. I used to play guns as well. I used to compete in Counter-Strike 1.6 when I was a teenager. I started competing when I was 12 years old. when Counter-Strike Global Offensive came out, I used to play CS:GO semi-professionally until 2017. I quit.
Awkward
Between
is
2016
pathetic.
2017, I
He
haven't played
thinks
video games
just
at all.
because he
I
goes
took a
to
break.
the gym, he's the best human on
And
earth.
at 2017, I just moved to Overwatch. And since then, I've pretty much been playing Overwatch until Marvel Rivals, where I played a little bit more Marvel Rivals. In between, I played Valorant. Yes, I played some tournaments in Valorant, but I really never really grinded the game. I hit Radiant, high Radiant. I think I hit top 20 in Valorant. I also played like about 100 hours of Apex, and I hit Masters, and then I stopped playing. And I am now back into playing Counter-Strike. Exactly a month ago, I've played in the last month about 50 hours. In the last month, I played about 50 hours of Counter-Strike. I went from 2K Elo on Faceit to almost 2.7K. And I'm making a road to 3K on Faceit, which is a pretty high rank. 1 to 4, I don't think of tier 1, man. Appreciate it. Did you play Combat Arms? Yes, but not really. Like, you know. Thank you, Rafi. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I gave up on CS2. I've been enjoying Counter-Strike a lot. My goat played Apex about an hour. Like, I have 150 hours, maybe. Let me check. I'll tell you exactly how many hours I have. I'll tell you exactly how many hours I have. I have Apex Legends library. Apex Legends. I have 115 hours playtime on Apex Legends. It was mostly playing with my friend, but then I spent like 20 hours playing solo queue. I climbed to Masters. I'm like, you know what? I'm not interested. Thank you so much. Awkward, you're the kind of person who would like to help people improve their life, not only games, recommending them to go out for a walk, gym, and unfortunately, it is not normal. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate kind words. What characters do you play in Valorant or Apex? To be honest, Valorant, I'm a pretty brainless kind of guy. I play Jet, I play Chamber, and you know, maybe I'll dabble with Omen or stuff like that. But you know, I'm mostly a Jet player. I'm pretty good with Jet. Joji, join my Discord, man. If you're here in the stream, join my Discord. We can have a review together, man. Have you played Roblox now? Are you religious? Well, yes, I did. What is the question, bro? Are you religious? No, I'm not. I'm not talking about too many personal things, man. Religious, not religious, doesn't matter. Any tips for people who transitioning from Marvel Rivals back to Overwatch 2? It's pretty much the same game fundamentally, so just go to Overwatch. It's fun. Happy for you, man. Is there a sub only Discord? No, there's a public Discord, but if you're a sub and you connect your Discord to your Twitch, you're gonna be able to wait. Who's Val? Val? In the waiting room. Who is that? Stupid Val? Queued up for another game and did what he said. Went 21 and 4 and 1. Good shit, man. Good shit. You teach me how to play Reaper, I will teach you how to play World of Warcraft. I think that my Reaper content on YouTube is one of the best ones in the game, man. Alright. Hey, Joji. Joji or homie? Joji? Hello? Oh. Joji. Oh, you're an Xbox.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing alright. How are you?
Good. We can do live coaching, but I'm not sure you can set up the remote play right now, so you can just do a VOD review. What do you think?
Yeah, Bob reviews, man.
All right. Can you just make sure that you stop the stream because I can hear myself talking in the delay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just muted it.
All right. You can send the code in the replay coach channel. You see the replay coach channel in this Discord? Or you know what? What I'll do is actually I'll log into the game. You can just read it out in a second. Boop, boop. What is your rank and what do you play, Jody?
I'm Diamond. I'm usually a support player. I'm trying to improve my DPS and I'm trying to get better at Tracer. I'm a plat tracer player right now.
Wait, you're a support player now. You're transitioning to tracer. You want to improve a tracer. What rank is your tracer?
Plat.
Plat. Okay. Plat console. Give me 1 second. Can you send me the code? And I should be able to stream the game for you as well. I should be able to see it in just a second. Can you see my stream? Not on Twitch, but like here in the Discord.
Awkward is pathetic. He thinks just because
yes,
he
I can.
goes to the gym,
Okay.
he's the best human on earth.
Can you read out the replay in the code?
P77
Mm-hmm.
MHJ.
The first letter is P, right? Is it P?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, can see the screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Legion Tower. You are Jojion pilot.
Yes.
Joji 1 pilot.
Yes. That's the name.
Okay. Let me do this. It will be easier to work. Okay. So, game starts. You go to point. Question number 1 is why?
Mostly just like to help the capture. That's what I was thinking at the moment.
The point opens in 22 seconds. You cannot capture the point even if you really, really wanted to.
That's fair.
So, what do you do in these 22 seconds until the point opens up?
Shooting the Navy team.
So, what happens?
So that I can get damage, build my ult,
So,
distract the teams.
Yeah, you're right. So, but essentially boils down so you guys can have a higher chance of capturing the point, and they don't. You want to create any
Okay.
advantages that you have so you guys can capture the point, and they don't because that's the objective of the game, right?
Yeah.
You going point is not inherently wrong, it's just that most of the time people are not going to be on point. You can already set up like, on the right side or somewhere that it's going to be easier to engage because think about it. If you're here, it's going to be very difficult for you to go here, right? It's a very long route. It'll take you a very long time
Yeah.
before you force these triple link. But if you walk over here, they'll be a lot faster. Right?
Okay.
Not that there's something inherently wrong with going to point, just that it's going to take you longer. What I would do personally, walk here, blink here, boom, brrr, brrr.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see what you do. Okay. First of all, what did you do in this entire fight? Before you shot the Moira, before you started shooting the Moira, what did you do? What rank?
I tried to.
This is plat tracer console. Yeah, just people are trying to asking. That's why. Yeah.
No, you're good. I tried to get behind because I heard the Ash and I was trying to flank her, and then I found the Moira, and then I tried to 1v1 her.
Yeah, so before you engaged the Moira, you didn't really do anything. Your team basically killed 2 without you contributing much. And the reason for that is because you were on point. There's nobody there. There was a ball there, but do you really want to shoot a ball, full HP ball? Think about it. You like if there's nothing else, yeah, sure, but you would prefer. Yeah. Here, going for the Moira, it's okay. See a Moira, you can kill her, force the fate. Now, after you did this and you see this, do you think you want to go?
Nah, now that I'm looking at it, I didn't have blinks. I didn't. Yeah, that's not a good fight.
No recall, no nothing. You're in an open space, stranded, no blinks, and no recall. I assume you die here. I mean, I don't know how you wouldn't die here. Yeah. Why? You just use recall and decided to be aggressive. When you don't have recall, you cannot be that aggressive. You can be aggressive, but you need to have a way out with your blinks. No recall means, you know what, I can't just go into open space in front of people's faces. Unless, I'm full HP and they're low or something like that. Unless there's like a clear advantage. I just want you to pay attention to something here. Why did you manage to kill a soldier so easily?
I was behind him.
Right. We call that, in my language...
An off angle.
Exactly.
Angle.
He's not paying attention to you. Very easy to kill him. Very easy. And not only that, you take 0 damage in the process. I don't hate this. You know, I was like about to ask why wouldn't you want to engage the Ashe, but because you guys have the objective, I don't hate it. You have no pressure of getting a kill here because you guys are winning. What happened here?
I got too greedy.
What? Why did you die?
I
You were
pushed
too greedy.
the
You're
Ashe.
correct. You're correct. You were too
I
greedy.
pushed the Ashe right next to the, like, I even heard the soldier. I just thought I could get her before.
Right. So you do this. You do this. What is your next move? Most of the time.
I should probably leave.
Leave.
Or back up at least.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Play more kind of like conservative. Play around the corner, God, you know, just in case, right? Do you notice how we have watched, let's say, 1 minute, and 2 times that you die happened because of the same reason?
Yeah.
It's because you use recall and you decide to double down. So what have you been really doing this entire time?
Just walking around.
Yeah, but your team is fighting. You can blink, right? Like here, triple blink just into his face.
I probably could have went after that soldier.
Yeah. So you killed soldier on point when he was looking at other people. It means when your team is fighting, enemies will look at them. Which means if my team is fighting, it means that nobody's gonna be looking at me, which is a good cue for me to go in. So when you see people fighting, that's a good cue for you to go in. I like this blink. I like this aggressiveness. I really like this. I really like. Good job. Super solid. Nice. Nice. Targeting the bull there was okay. Because the use beat on point, you wouldn't have killed anyone anyways. And bull was half HP as well. So you recalled here. Can you be aggressive in that scenario, for example? I know there's nobody here, but you know.
Yeah, because ball was still really low, and I had the help from my team.
Right. So, but like, what is the distinction between you recalling here and you can be aggressive compared to before that you had no recall, you shouldn't be aggressive in that situation? What is the distinction?
I think I still had blink, so I could have got out if I needed to.
Well, that's one of them. But even if you have blink, so what?
I'm not so sure.
It's just the level of danger, really. I mean, 2 of their team is dead. They're low HP. You are after recall full HP. You do have blinks, as you said. The likelihood of you dying is very low. I mean, they have like a low HP bull that just died, and 2 of their team is dead. So there's no problem being aggressive because there's nobody to kill you.
Yeah.
You also have 2 supports behind you. As soon as you see this, what is the instant reaction that you should have? Ashe looks at you.
I should be dashing away.
Yeah.
Or getting behind cover.
Yeah. Blink into where she can see you. Right. What do you think happened here?
I got into a middle of a fight I didn't need to be directly in the middle of.
No, you going there was perfect. Do you notice that you just don't even shoot? You don't even shoot.
Yeah.
Why do you don't even shoot? Do you understand why?
I think I wanted to get that Lucio rather than the clear Ashe that's right next to me.
I think this is a very common thing. This is what I call the pulse bump tunnel vision. This is you're gonna pulse bump here for sure, right? Let me see. You recalled. Could have. But when people stop shooting and they lock into a target when they have pulse bump, usually they try they lock in for the pulse bomb. They don't even shoot, and there are 2 problems with that. Is number 1, why would you stop shooting even if you want to pulse bomb? These are not. If you shoot, it's not like you can't pulse bomb. There's nothing. There's no delay. There's no nothing, right?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And the second thing, when you stop shooting and they see you walking towards them, what do you think they're gonna do? There's a tracer walking in front of me. She's not shooting. She's getting close. I wonder what she's going to do, right?
Yeah. It's
like
just immediate pulse bomb. Okay.
It's like you're telegraphing it. But you did really good. Like you shooting the Moira here was really good. Low HP, off angle. Boom. Here you should just double blink pulse bomb. You know? And if you don't want to pulse bomb, instead of just walking to Lucio, there's an Ashe here. Brrr, she's dead. Should have just shot the Ashe. Would have been dead. You killed the Moira. Yeah. Who's gonna heal her? What do you think about this?
I should have recalled, but then also again just getting too greedy for the kill.
You should have recalled, but the question is, why are you even here? That would be a better question. What are you trying to accomplish here?
Tunnel visioning on the Ash.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You're going 1 and 4 in front of their faces. How many of your teammates are actually here?
0.
Right, so what did we establish? That it's really good for you to engage on people when they don't pay attention to you. When do they not pay attention to you?
My team is there.
Exactly, because they have to pay attention to your team. When your team is not there and you go, it means that nobody's going to look at anywhere but you. High likelihood of dying, very low likelihood of kills. It's like, Tracer is going into spawn. I wonder what she's going to do when nobody's around. You know? They have all their cooldowns, they're full HP. Engaging too early, in short. I have a question. This Ash does exactly what you just did 5 seconds ago. Same mistake, by the way. Walk into 5 people, no reason. But my question is, why go there? Why go here?
I thought I had heard someone over there. So my plan was exactly what I just did here, was just kind of flank behind them, because usually people like to hold that door. It was just completely mishearing what was going on.
But you know what? Let's play into that scenario. Even if there's somebody here, where's your team?
All the way over there.
Right. So it means that the person that is here, is he going to be paying attention to you, or is he going to be paying attention to your team?
To me.
Right. So it means that the likelihood of you getting killed decreases, right?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be here for whatever reason. Not because there's nobody there, obviously, because there's nobody there, but also the likelihood of getting a kill here is not very high. You know, I mean, it depends on who it is, but even if it's a ball, no chance you kill a ball, right?
Yeah.
If it's like somebody can kill you, do you really want to take the 1v1? I mean, you could, but why? You can just focus on the people that are distracted by your teammates. When you see this picture, what do you think you want to go?
Behind the Moira.
Like this? This, you said? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like through that door behind the Moira.
Why?
Because she's looking at our team.
Exactly, because it's a good off angle. It's aggressive. You want to apply pressure. Because even if you don't get the kill, you force an orb, you force a fade. Pretty good. But the thing is, you play too passive. Like, think about it. What have you been already doing for the past 10 seconds?
Shooting at nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Also, I have a question. The first round is over. When did you use your pulse bomb?
I haven't.
Why is that?
I guess in the moment I just didn't see an opportunity, like a clear opportunity to just get it, other than inside that room back there on the left.
Can I ask you what it means to you to have a clear opportunity?
Basically what you were describing, that is a mistake where I can just kind of walk on somebody and get them. Easy pulse.
Right. I mean, I have a question for you. Like, it's gonna sound like a ridiculous question, but would you rather use a pulse and miss or not use it at all?
I guess in the moment, what I was thinking is I'd rather make sure that I hit it, so not use it at all, I guess. But when you put it that way, it's like, okay, yeah, I'd rather just have a bunch of them throughout a game.
Because you'll have a bunch of them, and you're very likely to, even if you miss 4, you might hit 1 out of 5, you know? That's still better than 0.
Yeah.
Just with the volume that you're using them, you're more likely to hit instead of not throwing it. And also, what do you think using a pulse bomb gives you, using a pulse bomb and missing gives you compared to not using it at all? What do you think it gives you?
I would say like a threat. People know that I'm gonna use it. They're gonna play more careful.
Fair enough. But let's assume they don't play careful. Let's assume that they doesn't do anything crazy. It doesn't do anything. Just misses and that's it. What do you think it gives you?
Gets more ults throughout a match.
Yeah, but what does it help you if you miss everything?
I'm not sure.
If you miss every ulti, and the ulti, even if you miss it, doesn't do much for you. What do you think is the benefit? So I'll tell you, the benefit is that you actually practicing on learning how to place the pulse bomb.
Yes.
The more, okay, you're going to miss, it's like riding a bike. You're going to fall, until it starts, start cycling all of a sudden. The same thing with pulse bomb. You're going to miss, it's not gonna stick. Oh, fuck, I hit my first one.
Yeah,
I
get it.
The more ultis you use, the more likely you are to becoming better at using your ultis.
Sure.
It's like
I appreciate it.
It's like people telling me, for example, how do I improve my aim? Put yourself in position. Okay, I'll phrase it differently. Awkward. I'm going to an off angle, and I can't hit my shots. My solution is to not go to an off angle because I can't hit your shots. No! Go to the off angle and miss your shots until you hit it. That's the point. Until you hit it. You're gonna miss and miss and miss and miss until you hit it. And then after you hit it for the first time, it's gonna happen again, and it's gonna happen again, and it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen more frequently. It's gonna happen more consistently. But the idea of I'm not going to do it means that it will never improve. The idea of doing it and failing means it's going to improve if you continue trying.
Yeah, I guess I just had that fear of like missing those shots.
So what?
Especially because like playing in competitive, like I just want to win, and it's easy to just stay with what I know, even if it's not really making me better. But yeah, I completely see what you're saying. I'll be sure to work on that.
You have to be thinking about these things of how many times am I going, like how many times I'm going to fail until I succeed. And you want to try to fail as many times because you know that after all of these failures, there's going to be one success. You understand? It's like if somebody told you after missing 4 pulse bombs, you're going to hit one. You're like, fuck, let me throw four then.
True.
Okay, so let's go to the second round. Quickly, we'll go over this quickly. Because right now, what have we noticed? Number 1, oh, you're playing Cass here? What happened?
I don't remember swapping on here, but
oh no,
guess I'm playing Cass.
not good. You win this round. All right, but I want.
Yeah.
The reason why I want to see another round is not because the mistakes will be new. It's just you doing the same thing, which would be what?
Being over aggressive, or being aggressive without my recall, not using my ult.
Yeah.
And
not using your ult
going
is a
to
big one.
off angles as much.
Yeah, so not using your ult would be a big one. Every time you have your pulse, try to figure out, okay, people are fighting, boom, I want to use my pulse. Okay? Team fight starts, use pulse bomb. Okay? Don't worry how many it hits, miss, doesn't matter. The second thing is that how many times have you asked you, what were you doing here? And your answer was nothing.
Too many.
Right. So you need to constantly be in a position where you can apply pressure, right? But sometimes you do that and you end up in front of 4 people by yourself. So you want to time it better. I want to be doing something, right? And be doing a whole lot of something when the enemies are busy. Okay?
Yeah.
You want to be, when I say I want to be doing something, I'm talking about setting up, getting closer to the teammates, maybe just poking them a bit, not hard committing.
Okay.
Enemies are shooting at my team is shooting at the enemy team, they're busy, boom, now I can go, recall if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main part. You not recalling, you going in after recall happens a little bit too many times. However, if you focus on the first 2, you're going to notice that it's going to be much easier for you to kind of play.
Yeah.
Okay, I would rather for you to play more aggressive, less defensive. Just constantly ask yourself, what can I be doing here? I want to do damage. I want to set up. I want to, okay, the enemies are busy. Boom, hard engage. That's your cue. Enemies busy, I go in. Until then, I don't stay AFK, walk around the map. I'm getting closer to the enemies. I'm crawling up on them. I'm lurking up on them. I maybe poke. I maybe shoot a tank, But I am ready. I am ready to explode in every second. I'm ready, Give me the cue. What is the cue?
When they're fighting my team.
Exactly. Perfect.
Alrighty. Well, I appreciate your time.
Happy to help, Joji, man.
Thank you so much.
uh, guys, chill in the chat. Come on, chill in the chat. Don't be rude. Hello, awkward. Play on console Baptiste main. Today I hit master for the first time, but the game is going really hard. Though I'm having decent stats, but players is so good. And tip, yeah, you'll get used to it, man. Just keep playing, keep practicing. You're a great teacher. Wow, really impressive. Thank you. Any chance of spectating a random viewer? There's a chance. Is he streaming on Twitch too? Yes, I do. They still miss pulse bump in pro play? Yeah, but the difference is that they keep trying until they hit them. Can I get coach? I mean, are you Pi? Yo. Are you 1, 2, 3, 4 unknown? Hello, Pi.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
You wanna? Let's do a VOD review. Can you give me a code?
Yeah, sure.
What do you play?
DPS Venture. I'm plat.
Okay, a plat venture. Okay, what is what is the code? Just read that.
Yeah, let me check.
Is this for subs or rank up academy? For subs, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 4 is gonna be the last one for the day.
P J D9 WD.
You see the screen?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I do.
Nice. Venture.
I chose this because I think I played pretty bad, so
Pretty bad. Okay.
Ready for battle.
Unknown 1 to 4.
A taste of poison.
When you do this, let's assume this is not plat. Let's assume this is like diamond 4.
yeah.
Right? And you play against diamond 4 Cassidy. You think you die here?
Yeah, sure.
Why is that?
Because they have better aim and I was in front of him.
Yeah, you were in open space. You have no cover in front of them. What do you think about, like, my question to you would be, why did you walk into the middle of the point here? Why did you do that initially?
Just to contest and get some damage.
It's the second time. The other guy that was playing Trust before second contest. The point opens up in 15 seconds. Contest what?
To contest because everyone was here, so I wanted just to get some damage in.
Do you really want to be... When you play Venture,
Yeah.
How do you get kills?
Usually I dive in.
I
go in the back line. Yeah.
Right, you go in the back line. If you... Okay, so if you just go in, dive not right now, you collect your drill and you go there, what happens?
I just die.
Why is that?
Because everyone is here, they're just gonna see me and shoot me.
Exactly. So you said you're going to dive, but you want to do it from a position people usually can't see. So you have two options. If you're already here, what I would recommend is just take this angle, right? You can just hit this angle and just poke, boom, 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 right? Option number 1. Or a hug here, shoot until they get closer, boom, you go with a drill. Try to get a kill and somebody's not paying attention. What you don't do is walk in front of people who can kill you in open space in front of them. This worked out, but the only reason why this worked out is because they're plat. And for some reason, everybody decided to ignore you. Why did you die here?
I was just in open with 3 people watching me. With no covers.
You used your shift, you went into a Cassidy and a Moira. What is the likelihood of you killing Cassidy and Moira standing next to each other?
Very low.
Right. What is the likelihood of you dying?
Pretty high.
Yeah. So is it really a fight you want to take?
Maybe not.
Not really, right? Now, I'm not saying you should completely run away, but he could have popped here, boom, shoot around the cover, right? So let's say you found yourself in front of Moira and a Cassidy. What do?
I just borrow.
Yeah, you burrow, but you don't have it. So, but you have the drill, right?
Yeah, I
So-
drill away.
Yeah, you drill away, but what did you do? You panic. You flicked your mouse into a wall. You flicked your
Yeah.
mouse. What you should have done?
Yeah.
Slow.
Just take over.
No, but like just slower. That's all. You had to turn your mouse, not flick it. Just stay slow. You should have taken the extra 0.2 seconds to actually adjust your mouse so you can drill away. But he didn't. That's why you drill into a wall. If you didn't drill into a wall, you walk here, boom. Boom, boom. You panicked, in short.
Yeah.
In our minds, we think that if we don't do things fast, bad things will happen. If I don't drill in right this, he will two-tap me. You just walked in front of this guy's face, not looking at him, and he couldn't hit a single shot on you. You really worry about him two-tapping you? Here, realize I'm not really doing anything. I'm gonna get out. That's fine. Let me ask you a question. In this scenario, when you're standing here, what is the plan?
I was waiting maybe someone would come from that door and I would combo him and kill him.
Right. But you know the enemies are here. You knew it.
Yeah,
So what's the point of staying here?
it's kind of useless.
Right. So where do you want to be? You said you want to be on a flank, right?
Yeah.
Where would the flank be?
I don't know really.
Like this? Oh. Yeah, but there's a Moira here. Who wins the 1v1? You or Moira?
Probably no one. She has the fade.
No one, but
She can
but,
just
but you can
escape.
force her out. Probably no
Yeah.
one, but you do more damage. Therefore, you win the exchange. You take the space. You should have just shot her, got her out, and boom. Nobody's paying attention. Go in. This was nice. This was nice. I don't hate it. You got 2 picks, waiting for your cooldowns. My question to you, what did you go underground here?
Just to get some space and maybe deal some damage before the fight.
Just to get some space. But you didn't win the fight yet. You killed 2, which is great. They're low, but you don't want to use 2 cooldowns when you can just use 1 because the second one could help you live. So what you should have done, just walk over here, just drill. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to borrow, you didn't have to do anything. Not that it's a big deal what you did, but if you can use 1 cooldown to go and have 1 to get out in case you're in danger, probably better choice.
Okay.
Like here, you do this, and then you have a drill to get out. You get it?
Yeah.
What's your problem with this play?
Just didn't have to drill.
Yeah. You try to get
Now
a
I
kill.
have, now I have no cooldowns and maybe
Yeah.
I'll die.
Maybe you'll die. If they're slightly better, you for sure die. If a Moira decides to turn around, you die.
Yeah.
You don't. But that's only because they weren't paying attention. Why'd you die?
I'm just in open space with no HP.
Yeah, you were low, use your burrow to get out, and instead of getting behind cover where you're safe, you're like popping in front of people in open space.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing right now?
I don't know, maybe I was just waiting for the team to group up.
Okay,
not sure.
let's say you guys are all here. Where did we establish you want to be?
On an off angle, I don't know where though.
Off angles flank. Where do you think? Okay, where do you need to go to likely end up behind the enemies? Where do you think?
Maybe on the right.
Maybe here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know if it's too long though.
Maybe it would be too long when your team is here, but when your team was in spawn, instead of walking here and waiting, could have just used the time to get here, sneak up. Team goes in. Now I pop. You understand?
Yeah.
But do you notice that you're just defaulting every time to walk into your team? You actually didn't flank a single time yet. And also, like, let's say you did walk here. An option would be, okay, they're here. Let me drill here. Bam, bam, bam. You know, boom, walk here. Wait for team. Boom. Because you see, like, you being with your team gets you zero value. Zero. You don't do anything. You just kind of shoot, 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 and hope for the best. But nothing's really happening. Because your kill potential becomes significantly lower when the enemy see you. Oof. Forgot about the health pack here. It was just...
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Not a big deal. Okay. What do you think about this?
Could be decent.
Could be
I
decent.
think.
Okay, let me see what you get done here. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You use your drill here, and you walk into what?
Into a BAP.
Yeah, but you're in open space, and you don't pay attention. You know, for all you know, there could be a Malga and a Cassidy here. And if they shoot you, you either died or you're forced to use your burrow. And if that happens, you have to use your burrow, and then you can't ultimate. So in any way you can think, the ulti was not good. Why? You already had 2 kills. 2, you had to use your drill to close distance with the ulti, which means that you were not positioned to ulti. Number 3, you're not really paying attention where the enemies were, just walking to an open space with no drill. They should have done is simply walk and kill the bat with a drill. Or just, if you see 2 kills, you can drill, shoot, do regular damage, and then if things go bad, you just use your burrow. But still, I don't see a flank. I like how you set up here. That was nice. That was nice. You see, like, you set up here, you were waiting.
Yeah.
It was okay. Okay. Here you have to go back. You have no cooldowns. Where are you? Where should you be standing? And what do you think? What are you planning to do right now?
I was planning to do enough damage to kill the tank before they heal him. And where should be maybe in their backlines, distracting the healers.
So the way this fight played out forced you into the point, but the problem is you just stay in the point. Do you notice that you're 128 HP for no reason? Like the Mao guy shooting at you, the Cassidy shooting at you. Do you notice that you're always in these people's faces?
Yeah.
All you have to do is just be here. Here. Boom. Shoot. They walk. Boom. Drill. Just sit on the off angle, sit on flank. You're always in open space in front of them. You do this. If the Cassidy hits one more shot, you're dead. And by the way, he should have, but it's plat, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, sorry. I'm watching the wrong guy.
That's Fabrizio. Yeah.
Plat. You walk with 128 HP to do this. I wouldn't hate if you did this with full HP, not with full HP. No, not with 128 HP, where you can just one tap you.
Yeah.
A lot of damage. Why?
Because I was in open space.
Yeah, in open space in front of them. My question to you: what does this position provide for you in any way, shape, or form? What does this give you? Can you get kills here?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Can you do any meaningful damage here besides shooting the tank?
No.
Exactly. So, like, you don't want to be here. You don't want to be here. You go back to point. Okay, boom, I'm here. I either poke or just decide to walk around. Why? Because Bap is here. Can catch him.
Yeah.
So what did you end up doing?
I just panicked, I think.
You commit 2 cool. So why did this not work? You know, like you used 2 cooldowns, the BAP is not dead. Why did this not work?
Well, I think because I panicked. Because if I didn't panic, it would be dead.
What would be the difference if you didn't panic? What difference would it make?
that avoid more shots.
You
And I
hit
wouldn't
this.
miss the-
Wait, you hit the burrow. You hit this shot. You hit the drill. And that's it. You didn't miss any shots.
Yeah, I did now. I missed the melee and one shot, I think.
Where? Here, look. You hit this. You hit this. You see his HP go down? You hit this.
Yeah, yeah,
You hit this.
yeah,
You hit this.
yeah.
And now there's a lamp.
The lamp, you mean the immortality?
Yes, you can't kill him. You hit the shots. You didn't miss any
Yeah,
shots.
yeah. Yeah, I mean after. Yeah, right
But,
now.
but you see what's interesting? I ask you what went wrong. You say I missed my shots.
Yeah, I panicked more than miss my shots.
Yeah, but
The panic led me to miss my shots.
and you think that was the problem?
I couldn't think of anything else apart from the cooldowns, maybe.
You use burrow. Look at this map. Look at this map.
Yeah.
Can he see you?
Yeah.
Can he react to you?
Yeah.
Means it was not a good engagement. Use burrow here because he saw you. He just click shift. Because he sees you, he just clicks lamp. And because he sees you the entire time and you're in front of his face, he just shoots you down. So what should have you done? As I said initially, you should have not even found yourself in the middle of the point. You should have just walked here. Flank him. Can he react when you're like this? No, he just dies.
Okay.
Could have you
But
made...
like,
Wait, in this situation, you got stuck here. Instead of just using shift and going in, why not just poke, poke, poke? Now, when he overcommits and busy, now you can go.
so from this position, should I have helped with the tank, or what?
You just have... Because you can't get close, you have to poke until they get closer. From this position, you cannot do anything. You have to set up closer so you can flank.
I should have shoved the tank.
The tank, the soldier that was here, there was a Cassidy here. There was soldier here,
Okay.
Cassidy here, could have shot anybody. Until you can close the distance. But that's because the decision making led up to you being in the point in the first place.
Yes, yes, yes.
So right now, 0 flanks, using 2 cooldowns to get in, and they see you. Every time. 40 HP, for what? Because of what?
I didn't see the Cassidy and I didn't react quick enough.
Yeah, but you're like just standing here. I mean, this is technically an off angle, but you're still in front of their faces. So if enemies are here, do you want to be here?
Maybe not.
Right, but number one, because they see you, but more importantly, you can't do anything to them here. If you realize they're here, like, oh, okay. Let me walk here. You know?
Yeah.
Your character is not a long range hero. In order to get kills, you need to hit the drill. In order to hit the drill, you have to be very, very close. Now, so what do you establish? In order to get a kill, you need to hit the drill. If you want to hit the drill, you need to be close. But if you're close and they pay attention to you, nothing happens. So what does it mean? You have to off-angle and flank and attack them when they don't pay attention. So you have to be at positions that they're not looking at. Venture always wants to be in a position where they're not looking at. Most of the time. Sometimes you can go in burrow, boom, pop out, get out. Sometimes. That's when there's too much, you can't really flank at the time, when there's a big open space, when there's nothing else to do, blah, blah, blah. For the most part, if you want to get killed, especially in plat when they don't pay attention to anything, you have to flank. You just don't. So number one, start flanking more. It's pretty straightforward. Enemies here, enemies look here, let me go where they're not looking. And now you said something, but what if it takes me too long? That means that you should have set up already beforehand. What you do a lot of times, you wait for your team and then you go. Don't wait for your team. Until your team goes, you're already set up on the flank. When your team is walking out of, like walking here, you should already be here. And when not peeking, not doing anything. They go, enemies don't pay attention, I go. Right? Your team walks here, you walk here. You're already ready. Team fight begins. These enemies look at your team. You're like, bam, 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 boom. You go.
Yeah, to be honest though, like, this is one of the few games I did today, which I try to stay more with my team, because usually I flank a lot and I die like alone in their backlines. So I was trying to, you know, maybe flank at the right time or just something like that, to not die alone like I do usually.
If you flank and feed, what do you think it means?
That I just have bad game sense.
In practice, why do you think if you flank and you die?
Yeah.
Why? What? Yes, you. It's like means you have bad games, but that doesn't mean anything. It's like saying I have a white car. Yes, but what kind? Ferrari, Renault, whatever. You have like what does it mean? If you go in, flank and die, why did you die?
Because I tried to distract them.
No, it means that the timing was off. It means that if the enemies can turn around and shoot at you, it means that they weren't paying attention to anything in the first place. It means that the angle that you chose was bad. It means that your timing was either probably too early. You know, it means probably that you have committed too many cooldowns. I don't see a scenario where you flank. I don't see a scenario where you just do this right now, and you don't. And like you know, when if your team is here, let's say your team is here, for example, right? Let's say your team is here, right here, exactly here. These are the enemies. They look here. I don't see a scenario where you go here and nobody dies. And even if nobody dies, I don't see a scenario where you just don't live. How could you die here when nobody's paying attention to you?
Yeah.
The only scenario if you die is that if your team is here and then you decide to go because they're not busy with anything. Like, oh, there's nobody here. Oh, venture. Boom, boom, dead. Your flank should be when enemies don't pay attention, but when they don't pay attention and pay attention to something else, when they're looking at something else, when they're shooting at something else, when they're busy with something else, that's where you go. You want to go in with your drill, hit them with your drill, and get out with your burrow. Most of the time. Sometimes you're gonna go in with burrow, but that's like not a lot of times. A lot of times it's gonna be get close from the off angle, drill in, kill. When I say drill in, I don't mean drill to close distance. I mean drill in them, into them.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like I think people underestimate. People think for some reason, yeah. But what about the footsteps? When there are 5 characters in front of each other shooting, nobody's hearing footsteps. No one is hearing that. You can just walk here. Nobody's gonna pay attention to that because they're busy. There's a Cassidy shooting at a Sigma shooting at the Cassidy shooting the Cassidy. Moira is healing. So many noises. They're not gonna listen to a Venture all of a sudden walking from here. They're busy with what's in front of their faces. So please flank more often. Engage people when they don't pay attention, okay? When they don't pay attention, when they're busy with your teammates, and you save 1 cooldown, usually your burrow, to get out. And if you go in with your burrow for some reason, use your drill to get out. And when you get out to cover until your cooldowns are back. A lot of the time you pop out, you have no cooldowns, you're in open space. But the reason why all of this is happening is because you're literally frontlining in open spaces. You have to be flanking, off-angling all the time. And close the distance. You can't be far away. That's not your hero.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Great. Happy to help, man.
Thank you.
I have a terrible habit of swapping when I die and losing ult charge. You shouldn't swap in the first place, man. If you're going to take the L on your characters, take the L. At least improve at it, you know? Diving pre-fight is bad. Diving post-fight is horrible. Diving just as the fight starts, Giga Brain. I mean, it sounds simple. Yeah, correct. That's the timing. You know, that is the timing. Too early, everybody turns around, shoots at you. Didn't get much. Too late, even if you get the kill, your team is already dead. It doesn't really help. The enemies are busy with your team. They're paying attention. They're exchanging fire. There's people in front of them. They can't afford looking around like this when there's a Sigma in front of their face. That's where you go in because that's high kill potential. They don't pay attention. I need someone's opinion on something. Can you look at my replay? Big B, this is done for members and subscribers at random. I cannot look at your replay because you asked. No, so I cannot. Awkward, what are the best 5 supports right now? Anything besides Life Giver and Mercy. So, you know, this was a fairly productive coaching session, but you see, coaching doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple, it can be straight to the point, it can be not focusing on nuances. It's about finding the mistake that is common, what you do a lot of the time, and then working on fixing that. And once you fix that, there's gonna be another problem you do a lot of the times, and then you fix that. And once you find another problem that you do a lot of times, and then you fix that, until all of a sudden you very rarely make those mistakes. And that is where probably you're very high GM. You know, and when you're a high GM, you're still making a mistake that you constantly do. You either play way too defensive, you play way too aggressive, you play way too, and then it's fixed. I've worked with thousands of players from Bronze 5 all the way up to Champion 5, or even over Champion 5. Worked with so many players, and there's always something I find, and there's always something I can work out to make the player improve and be better. Can you coach us in shit talking? My gameplay is alright, but I feel my shit talking skills are holding me back from GM. If you shit talk, always do it not at the end of the match, do it at the beginning. So there's high stakes. Because shit talking after you win is lame. Shit talking at the beginning and then you win, and you're like, you see, I told you you're garbage. I told you you're garbage at the beginning, and then I showed you why you're garbage. That's shit talking. Not at the end of the match where like Ryan Def. Shit talking your teammates? Never mind. That's over. Isemple, thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. So like but I wouldn't. I wouldn't talk to my teammates at all. To be honest, I wouldn't talk to my teammates at all. Would you rather go to space or under the ocean? Space, man. The ocean seems pretty boring. Yes, there's like I don't like the ocean, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the ocean. That's weird creatures in deep sea, man. And also, let's be real. What could we find in the ocean is gonna be like, oh my god, it's like, you know, it's gonna change your life. Another fucking fish that looks like an alien? Nobody cares. Your hair looks good, thank you. What are you gonna find in space? Number 1, resources. Number 2, aliens. Number 3, the answer to the universe. Aliens don't exist. Hot take. Very hot take. Very hot take, man. Game sense or mechanics? What's more important? Game sense. What about female aliens? Hey, awkward in and out. Overwatch player. Love the game. Just busy. Here's my first match of the day. I play Kiriko. It's simple. I do these at random for my YouTube members and Twitch subscribers. When I try to do them every week, so make sure you join next time and you might get picked. I do them by random. It's not that if you sub, you get a review. That if you sub, if you're a subscriber already, you might get a review. But you should join next week because I'm done for the day. I've already did like 3. I usually do 2. Why do you think Mercy is not good? The reason why I think Mercy is not good is because you almost have no agency over the game because you simply have no damage. You just amplify other people with their damage, but counting on other people's damage is like, I don't know. I don't know what you're fucking counting on a fucking squirrel to not eat your nuts or something. I don't know, man. Is it just me or does Awkward look like Pavel Durov in everything, even the way he talks? They're almost Pavel Durov is the guy who the founder of Telegram, no? Do I look like him? I don't know. I don't remember how he looks like. Isn't there already a guy for that? Wait, never mind. What am I reading? Awkward, how do you feel about so many players leaving Rivals already, and what's your pop on the current series Rivals? Dude, I think of video games something simple, man. Video games divided into 2 categories for me. People do it as a competitive hobby, or people do it as a fun hobby. People who do it as a competitive hobby, they're looking to play competitive, and all they're looking is to become better so they can beat their competition. And if Marvel Rivals does, like, you know, scratches the competitive itch for you, I'm happy that you play Marvel Rivals. If Overwatch does it for you, I'm happy that you play Overwatch. If it's Counter-Strike, I'm happy it's Counter-Strike. If it's Mario Kart, I'm very happy for you if it's Mario Kart. Whatever scratches your competitive itch and wants to make you improve and wants to make you better, etc., etc. If you play for fun, it doesn't really matter where you play. If you don't enjoy Marvel Rivals, go play Overwatch. You don't enjoy Overwatch, go play Sims. You don't enjoy Sims, go play Tetris. You don't enjoy Tetris, go play FIFA. People who play for fun, it doesn't matter. It's like it's fluctuating. There's always something more fun to play. There's something not that. It's not fun. Let me just log off. But you have to understand, for competitive people, fun is... That's what most people... There's like such a big dissonance between people who play for fun, people who play competitively. Because playing competitively all the time, that shit ain't fun. It's not fun. Do you think when I played Overwatch and tried to hit rank 1, do you think it was fun? I logged into the game. It was so fun for me. No, it wasn't fun. It was fun for me to win and see my rank go up. It was not fun for me to lose. I hated fucking losing. I didn't like to see my rank go down. It's not fun. I didn't play for fun. The fun was the competition, not the game. I would rather do so many more things than play Overwatch for fun. I wanna play Overwatch because I wanted to improve. And how do I see that I improve? Is that when I win games and rank up, and then I see, oh my god, I am so awesome. I'm so amazing. I am such a competent person because I learn, I improve. Means I'm smart. Makes me feel good about myself. Makes me feel fulfilled. You play for fun on competitive? I always play competitive, man. I don't play for fun. Literally everything that I do is because I am competitive. Why do I coach? 2 reasons. Number 1, to make money. Number 2, to be good at coaching. Why? Because being good at coaching means I help other people. If I help other people, they say, oh my god, Awkward helped me. Makes me feel good about myself because I'm actually good at what I do. And when I see my bank account and I see money, I'm good at what I do. You know? Win-win scenario. But none of these things are for fun. They're because it makes me feel good by myself. You know? It's like, what would be a better win-win situation? Think about this. I'm good at video games. I teach other people video games. They pay me money to teach them video games because they also want to be good. And you know, coaching is pretty normal with every hobby. You know, not even competitive hobbies. Like people, it's so funny. It's so crazy to me that people make fun of people who pay for video game coaching, which is a competitive hobby, but people don't make fun of people who do fun hobbies that literally have no purpose besides fun. Crazy take. I'm sorry, but it is. I don't make fun of anybody who pays their money to do whatever they want. You want to pay money to get like a nice Thai massage for like 60 minutes? Good, but happy for you, man. That's your well-earned money. You can spend it however you want. But like, what would be a better case scenario? Think about this. Think about this. I am good at gaming. I teach other people gaming. They rank up. They're fulfilled. They're happy. They say, Awkward, you're the GOAT because you helped me rank up. Your shit works. You know, you spent all this time to gain the experience to help. I mean, your experience is useful. It's not time wasted. Boom, money hits the bank account. I use money to buy whatever, drink, car, take care of bills, living. I live, I buy food. Boom. Win, 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 win everywhere. I see no losses. I see no L's. Zero L's. All W's. It's like, Awkward, is it fun for you to do coaching? I mean, it's fun when other people succeed. It definitely would be fun if I did coaching and nobody fucking ranked up. That would feel like shit. That would be not fun. That would be fun. And if that happened, if somebody doesn't rank up when I do coaching, it's like, shit, you know, man, well, what did I do wrong? You know, what did I do wrong there? Why isn't he ranking up? What did I say that he didn't understand? You know? What did I say he didn't understand? How could I deliver it better? How could I do it better? make that back. Listen, I'm all about making money. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy with making a living. But you know, there's some things that I didn't do when I could have done them. Right? I did. Have you ever noticed I don't have like I talk about this before? But have you noticed I never run sponsors my channel? People like, yeah, but Rank Up Academy. Yes, because Rank Up Academy is my service. I know that my service is good, and it's something that I can vouch for because it's my service. I can't vouch for some other coaching platform because I don't know about that platform. I don't know if you're going to get a good service for your money, but I know Rank Up Academy, you will receive great service for your money, you know? And that's why I promote it. Now, am I against sponsorships? No, I'm not against them, you know? But I didn't take them, so people wouldn't think that I just promote everything and then they lump Rank Up Academy in this. No, I would like to so you understand. Rank Up Academy is not lumped with a bunch of other sponsorships that I don't know. And I would happily take sponsorships, by the way, if I know that they are good. If I know that they're good, they're gonna help you. That's what I would do. If like somebody offers me a sponsorship of fucking watermelon vodka, I'm like, listen, watermelon vodka is probably not going to be a net positive for your life. Maybe in some scenarios it might, but for the most part, probably not. Therefore, I would prefer to get more clients into Rank Up Academy and make money that way than say, vodka, watermelon, good, go buy. And then I make money. That's all. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't do anything for the money, you know. But there are definitely scenarios where I could have taken more money and I didn't. You play chess? No. How many sessions does Marvel Rivals provide per coaching? For the coaching in Rank Up Academy is done this way. It's a month-to-month payment. They'll do it on a monthly basis. You can receive one live coaching, like you see on the streams. You receive one VOD review, like you see on the streams. And in between, you can send clips of you playing, and we review it for you to make sure that you implement the feedback that we give it to you. So I'll give you an example. Let's say, just like I told Treasure at the beginning, you're not using your pulse bomb, just for an example. I want you to use your pulse bomb. Then he sends me a clip. Oh, here are two examples of me using my pulse bombs. Was it good? We say, yes, great. But I've noticed that you do this, this, and that. Can you please send me more clips of you doing this? And then he says, okay. And then back and forth. And that you can just chime in the VOD review in between. You can chime in live coaching in between. You have access to everybody's coaching sessions in Rank Up Academy because it's a big community. You have an access to the community. You can see other coaching sessions where you can learn plenty from. If you've seen my videos on YouTube, if you've seen my coaching here live on Twitch, they happen very frequently in Rank Up Academy. People learn from observing others. You can have access to a bunch of channels. In Overwatch, you have access to pugs, you have access to other coaching sessions, you have access to private classes that were held for Rank Up Academy, a bunch of guides, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. And I say a bunch of this, a bunch of that, I just mean coaching, for coaching stuff. So, you know, in Marvel Rivals, I think I'm not even sure about that person. In Marvel Rivals, there was not a single player besides maybe one who hasn't ranked up. I think that was very, very successful. In Overwatch, the vast majority, I'm talking over 85% of Rank Up Academy members in Overwatch have ranked up. And the reason why people don't rank up is usually for two reasons. Number one, they like kind of join and they don't really try, you know? Like when I say they don't really try, they sometimes join for a month and we ask them, hey man, can you send me the VOD? And like, don't send the VOD, you know, for example. It's like, or sometimes they'll just take long breaks. That's for the most part. Take long breaks, and in order to see improvement, you have to invest some time. But for the most part, the vast majority of people in Rank Up Academy, they rank up. I joined and went from bronze to masters, easy clap, and lost weight. Yeah, I mean, there are hundreds of testimonials everywhere. But, you know, we're happy to help everyone, and it doesn't matter how long you've been ranked. We're very happy to help. Would like you to rank up because, dude, dude, that's the crazy thing. When I was watching the apply reviewing me, somebody in the chat said one of the stupidest things that I've heard. I have a theory that Awkward is coaching people to be bad so they can continue paying for his service. Imagine this. Imagine I went into a restaurant and they decided to serve me shit food so I can keep going to that restaurant.
Huh? Bruh.
Bruh. And that tells me about the intelligence of some people. Let me provide a shit service so people keep joining it. Unless it's done exactly the other way around. You provide exceptional service that actually works so people want to stay and people want to join. And when you have a shit service and you have, you don't get results, people won't join. It's crazy. How do these people tie their shoes? Do you think Marvel Rivals have an engagement-based matchmaking? If the question is, are the games rigged against you? The answer is no. They think others are dumb, but in reality, it's not true. Yeah, that's the crazy part. They think they're the smart ones. They think they're the smart. They think they're the that they have Velcro shoes. Black Cat is saying they have Velcro shoes. Rank Up Academy is good value, but you need to put in the work. Exactly, but it's like the gym membership. People be like, dude, I joined the gym. I don't have the six-pack. How many times have you been to the gym since you joined? 2. Okay, no shit. No shit. That it's not working. Awkward, I'm low masters now. I think my skills are high diamond and game sense is high masters. How do you feel? Think about it. How do I feel? Think about it. That your skills high diamond and your game sense high masters. Oh. What is the question, man? Are there like is there like any guys, if you see YouTube videos about me and you would like me to react like the apply one, let me know. I already did the one, but if you find more and you'd like me to kind of or comments or like talk about, I'll happily address all this stuff. Like I'm not gonna address every single person who says some shit about me online because quite frankly I don't care. But like sometimes I think it's educational and fun to review other people's stuff sometimes. I think if someone wants to rank up, they can do it without any coach. I think that everyone can rank up without any coach. I think that a lot of people can do a lot of things without any person's help. I think, by the way, I think you don't need to have a car to get to your work. You can use a bicycle or just walk. You can. The question is, how long will it take you? The second question is it comfortable? People pay for speed and comfort. You can walk to your job. You don't need to have a car. You don't have to walk. You can use a bicycle, whatever. You can learn the piano by yourself, but I bet that it's going to be way faster and way better and less guesswork if you just hired a teacher. If you just hired a personal teacher to teach you the piano. Have you ever taken coaching? Personally, I have never taken private coaching with Overwatch. I had coaches when I was a pro player that were like pro coaches. However, yes, I didn't have coaching. But if I would have coaching, I would probably climb even faster. I would probably climb to be a better player as well and way faster. But I also consider myself to be an exception to the rule because I used to have a lot of experience way before Overwatch. Do you think Diamond or Plat could coach pro players? No. Coach them about the game. No, I think they can be a very good interpersonal coach and make a very good team environment. Yeah, with that I can. With that I can get behind. He could make a team of good players work together really, really well, but he could not teach them about the game. No. He could teach them how to work together. He could teach them how to not tilt. He could teach them how to not have an ego, and he teach them how to work as a unit. That for sure. Why you never played in Pro Overwatch? I did. I was a pro player. Should do an educational review of one of Apply's VODs? Maybe next week. Do you believe in natural talent? It's a good question. Yes and no. It's very the thing about natural talent is that it's very you can't really prove that somebody has natural talent. And the problem with saying natural talent, like when you say somebody is naturally talented, you discredit the amount of work that he put in, you know? Like when you say someone is talented, and obviously he's good because he spent so many hours grinding, it's like it discredits this person, and it's like it disrespects the person as well. That guy spent thousands of hours of his time to become good at something. You say, like, hey, bro, it's like has nothing to do with your work and your work ethic, you know, and your personality and your ability to learn. It's all natural talent. I don't know if I'll get coaching since I'm in college, but I finally started playing comp after getting over my comp anxiety. But I know I can still improve even in casual sense with comp. I'm shocked I'm plat 1 after so long. If you're interested in joining, we can definitely help you identify your mistakes and rank up Academy. If you're not, that's fine. You can, I'm sure you can climb. I have a bunch of videos, a bunch of tutorials. What do you think about Spallo? He's in the top 500 player, but he's a good analytical coach for the game. Spallo was a GM player. GM means top 1%. Spallo is a top 1%, which means he probably can give advice to the vast majority of the player base. Especially when he has the experience of doing so. Is he Spallo Masters? Maybe right now, but he was a GM player. If I stop playing and all of a sudden my rank decayed to plat, does that mean that I'm plat? No, it just means that I'm not playing. Do you think playing only 2 heroes from one role is good? Yeah, you should only play 1 role and 2 heroes, yes. Max. Is there a way to completely stop your complaining about your teammates for good? I always struggle with this. Yes. You click P. Okay, let me show you. You don't want to complain about your team? It's quite simple.
I aim to devastate.
Enjoy. Black Cat, welcome. Thank you for being a member of my YouTube, man.
A fine execution.
By the way, guys, I want to say again, there's a new YouTube video. There's a new short from today. There's a new YouTube video on my channel. Drop a like. And leave a comment. Help the algorithm. It's a really good guide. If you play tank, super revolutionary. It's gonna be a game changer for you. Well, the stream for the day is over. Again, talked about Rank Up Academy, Rank Up Academy.gg. If you would like to get coaching. Saturday is going to be a stream. Usually on Saturdays, I'm very likely going to be playing CS on Saturday. Very likely. Next week, I would like to play more with Crandup. If he wants to, I would like to get into some duos with comps. Yeah. And Marvel Rivals, I saw Phoenix. Phoenix looks pretty sick. Marvel Rivals is gonna get back at it for the new season. You're gonna see a lot more Marvel Rivals content from me as soon as the season kicks in. And I wish you guys loveliest today. Go hit the gym, go for a walk, go for a run. Yes, have a good one, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting. And I'm happy I could help. Peace.